accurate local forecast with meteorologist Jackson Chastain starts now.
Well, thankfully things have calmed down just a little bit. It looked like we could get a nice little dose of rain, but at the last second, that storm system that we were tracking really fizzled out once it crossed the mountains and into the eastern part of the mid-state. So that was good for us. It means that as you step out the door, not really going to have to bring the umbrella, or you're not going to deal with any kind of a wet road or anything like that. It was still nice, you know, to get a nice little shot of rain. Not that it was significant or anything. I mean, check out these rain totals, less than 1/10 of an inch in most places. The bulk of that rain did fall, again, west of these mountains. So places like Johnstown, Du Bois, Pittsburgh got some of that rain, but it was a quick moving system, so it didn't drop that much across a lot of these places. But here in the mid-state, despite the fact that it did mostly fizzle out, we still got nearly 4/10 of an inch at Marysville. We got 1/10 of an inch in Summerdale, and then again, like the rest of most of the area, you got less than 1/10 of an inch in places like Mifflintown and Carlisle. So what are we dealing with right now? Well, this is a live look at Gettysburg. You can see, despite the fact that the rain didn't fall for very long and very hard, the roads are still relatively damp. Now that's going to dry out quickly. By the way, all this rain driven by a very complex system where we've got multiple low pressures moving around the northeast and the Midwest. 52 degrees right now in Harrisburg, 52 in Lebanon, 52 in Lancaster, 54 in York, and then further to the west, you got 60 degrees in Pittsburgh. So right now, relatively consistent depending on where you are stepping out the door. Temperature-wise for today, it's going to be mid-60s in the afternoon. So 65 for that high. Yesterday, we managed to hit the upper 60s, which was pretty good. It felt good outside. And really, as we get through the next several days, you're going to notice things gradually cooling down just a little bit. Thankfully, winds for today, not too much of an issue, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So that'll be good news. As you get into your Friday, your Saturday, and then eventually into next week, you're going to see temperatures get down into the upper 50s by Sunday before slowly rebounding to the upper 60s by that Tuesday. That is largely driven by the fact that we have a series of cold fronts that we're contending with. The first one is kind of Friday into your Saturday. Now, it isn't a big front, but it is one of those things where it's just enough to really bump those temperatures down a notch. Then things kind of stay status quo over the weekend. Heading into next week, just another little bit of a cool air mass arriving on that Wednesday as well. And that's actually going to drive 2 small rain chances. So we've gotten, thankfully, the bulk of the rain out of the way, and we really don't need much more because we are way above average for the month of April. This is the wettest April to date, and Eric Finkenbinder has been posting statistics about that for the past week or so. So our next rain chance, that's going to be Friday night. It's going to be a few scattered showers, maybe the stray shower. Not really expecting a whole lot out of that. Then things get calm, things get dry. You return with the rain chances. That's also going to be on your Wednesday as associated with that front. Again, we're not expecting a whole lot out of these rain chances, which is good. We don't need that rain one bit. And what we really like, and I think a lot of people can attest to this, we want some nicer weather. We already got some of that. Things getting a little bit more subdued for this next week, but I think we already got to enjoy some beautiful weather, and this really isn't going to be that bad. I mean, low 60s, that's still relatively comfortable. Probably Sunday, one of the cooler days where you've got a morning temperature in the 30s and then an afternoon in the 50s. But notice, by Wednesday and next Tuesday, back in the mid to upper 60s. So we'll see in the coming weeks if we can get some nicer weather there. But overall, I would say things looking pretty good, not so bad. You got some sunshine, and I don't know about you, Erica, but the weather has been getting nicer and nicer, and I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, same. I love being able to just be outside. Even this morning, I was like, take a coat, don't take a coat. And I went with no coat, and I was happy when I went out there, and it was not freezing.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you, Jackson.